Final exam ini teman-teman akan terdiri dari 4 sesi ujian ya yang akan diujikan, 4 sesi, 4 part in IELTS yang akan diujikan dimulai dari listening, reading, lalu ada writing dan juga speaking. Seperti itu. Dan teman-teman, persyaratan jika ingin mendapatkan sertifikat dari Kingdom, teman-teman harus mengikuti ke seluruh sesi ujiannya seperti itu. Nah, nanti untuk lebih detail tentang pelaksanaan examnya itu akan saya jelaskan kembali di pertemuan kita ke-18 dan juga 19. Okay, there are 40 questions here to be discussed, everyone. Tesnya itu kapan? Oke, sebentar saya buka kalender dulu ya, Kak Fadila. Malam ini kita pertemuan ke-10, teman-teman. Let me count it first. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oke. Nah, jadi eh hari Sabtu sepertinya kita akan ada kelas ya, teman-teman. Sehingga pelaksanaan ujian kita nanti bisa dilaksanakan di tanggal 18 dan juga 19 April gitu. Jadi nanti Sabtu tanggal 11 kita akan ada kelas dan sepertinya it will be evening ya, malam ya teman-teman di jam yang sama seperti jam kita saat ini yaitu di pukul 8.40 seperti itu sehingga nanti di tanggal 18 dan juga 19 April kita bisa melaksanakan sesi ujian. Oke, baik kalau begitu kita akan mulai pembahasan kita di malam hari ini, everyone. Dan ini adalah yang akan kita bahas, reading passage. Reading passage. There are 3 passages here. Passage 1, the title is The Dover Bronze Age Boat, and it has three kinds of questions. Ada 3 jenis pertanyaan. Questions 1 to 5, it is flow chart completion, everyone. And then question 6 to 9, true, false, not given. And 10 to 13, it is a short answer question. And reading passage 2, the title is The Changing Role of Airports. And it has 3 kind of questions. The first is matching information, the second is sentence completion, and the third, summary completion in the form of paragraph. And reading passage 3 is photography art. There are three kinds of questions. The first is multiple choice questions. The second, summary, matching questions in the form of summary, and then matching future. Okay, so there are 40 questions here, everyone. And now we will begin our discussion from number 1, reading passage 1. But maybe we cannot finish it all because we have only 70 minutes. Jadi mungkin we will only discuss until around number 20. Okay? Yeah. Now, everyone, reading passage 1, the title is The Dover Bronze Age Boat. And there is a heading here. A beautifully preserved boat made around 3,000 years ago and discovered by chance in a muddy hole has had a profound impact on archaeological research. It was 1992 is the first paragraph, and then at the base of the diff shop is the second. About 9 meters, ini paragraph 3. The timers, ini paragraph 4. And with hindsight, it's paragraph 5. Within 7 years, paragraph 7. And detailed proposals, paragraph 8. The boat project begin, paragraph 9. And wait. A small team, paragraph 10. Meanwhile, paragraph 11. Let me count it again. One, two, three, four, five. Within is six, everybody. Detailed proposals is seven. Depot is eight. A small team is nine. Meanwhile is 10. Yeah, so there are only 10 paragraphs here. Only. Long 10 paragraphs, everyone. Okay, we already read the heading and now let's begin to discuss number 1 to number 5. Complete the chart below. Choose one word only from the text for each answer and write your answers in boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet. Okay, the key events. Ada five statements here. Nah, di sini ada tahun 1992, 2002, 2004, 2007, and 2012. Okay, before we continue everyone, kita lakukan pre-scanning dulu untuk mempersempit ruang scanning kita selanjutnya. Sekarang teman-teman silakan lakukan scanning untuk mencari tahun-tahun ini. 1992 sampai dengan 2012 ini terdapat di paragraf keberapa? Silakan teman-teman. 1992 first ada di paragraf keberapa? 1992 ada di paragraf satu. Oke, good. Lalu selanjutnya teman-teman, selanjutnya 2002. 2002 in which paragraph? 2002. Paragraph 5. Okay, good. This one. Selanjutnya 2007. Yeah, 2007 or 2004. Oh, 2004 first. 2004 everyone. Ada di paragraph 7 ya. Selanjutnya 2007. 2007 here in paragraph 8. Okay, good. And 2012. 2012. Kita lihat di sini di paragraf 9 ada dua dan di paragraf 10. Nah, jadi ada tiga lokasi 2012 terletak. Oke, berarti 1992 in paragraph 1, 2002 paragraph 5, 2004 paragraph 2004 paragraph 7, 2007 paragraph 8, 2012 paragraph 9 and 10. Alright. Jadi ini ya teman-teman. Sekarang kita akan fokus ke paragraf 1 to get the answer of question number 1. The boat was discovered during the construction of a. Oke, di sini kata kuncinya ada the boat, lalu ada was discovered during the construction of a. Oke, everyone. Jadi jawabannya in singular noun. Oke, paragraf 1. Kita langsung saja teman-teman ke paragraf 1. Nah, ini ya ada di baris 1. During the construction. Jadi here ya everyone. Lalu di sini ada a. Oke. Nah, jadi kita bisa baca dari sini sampai dengan tanda koma. It was 1992 in England, workmen were building a new road through the heart of Dover. Ya, jadi jawabannya adalah this one ya, everybody, a new road. Because we can answer in one word only dan harus noun, maka new road nounnya adalah road. Jadi kita cukup menuliskan road saja. Okay, number 1, the answer is road. And now, let's move to number 2, everybody. An international something was held to gather information. An international was held. to gather information. Nah, jadi international apa yang diselenggarakan atau dilaksanakan untuk mengumpulkan informasi? Kita langsung ke paragraf 5, teman-teman. Paragraf 5, this one. Okay, international health. Ya, di sini kata international nggak ada ya, teman-teman. Dan kata international di sini di-restatementkan dengan kata different traditions. Oke, health juga nggak ada. Kata health diparafraskan dengan kata host. Di sini ada artikel a. Oke, lalu gather information became apparent. Nah, it means that we can read this statement. Okay. In 2002, on the 10th anniversary of the discovery, the Dover Bronze Age Boat Trust host a conference where this meeting of different tradition became apparent. Ya, jadi yang diselenggarakan itu adalah a conference. This one. Okay, good everybody. We can type the answer directly here. Conference. And now number 3. Nomor 3. In paragraph 7, 2004. Something for the reconstruction were produced. For the reconstruction were produced. Di sini yang kita butuhkan berarti subjek ya, teman-teman. Karena were produced ini adalah verb. For the reconstruction ini adalah object of preposition atau kata keterangan. Jadi kalimat ini belum memiliki subjek. Okay. In 2020, in 2004, something for the reconstruction were produced. Oke, kita langsung ke paragraph 7. This one. Okay. In which line, everybody? Of course, in line 1 and 2 ya, karena 2004 terletak di sini. Were produced. Kata were produced itu memiliki makna yang sama dengan drown up. Reconstruction to reconstruct. Okay, so we need to read the first sentence at the 7th paragraph. Detailed proposals to reconstruct the boat were drawn up in 2004. Okay, so the answer everyone? Ya, jadi jawabannya adalah detailed proposals. Nah, karena kita hanya membutuhkan satu kata, maka yang bisa kita tuliskan adalah proposals. Okay, good. Next, number 4. Number 4, in 2007, the something of both 1550 BC took place. Lalu di sini ada of both 1550 BC took place in paragraph 8. This one. 2007. Nah, ini teman-teman ada banyak tahun di sini. 2005, 2008. Berarti sudah pasti jawaban itu hanya akan kita temukan di bagian ini. Karena kalimat sebelumnya itu 2005, kalimat setelahnya 2008. Jadi, kita akan menemukan jawabannya di sini. Ada kata host diparafraskan dengan held. Lalu ada of both 1550 BC itu di-restatementkan dengan kata project. Jadi kalau teman-teman menjawab project, of course, it's incorrect. Karena project here adalah restatement dari kata both of both 1550 BC. Oke. Selanjutnya kata kunci lainnya di sini ada took place. Oh, took place, held ya everyone. Selanjutnya oke, hanya itu. Ya, berarti teman-teman, what is the answer? There was much enthusiasm and support, and an official launch of the project was held at an international seminar in French 2007. Yes, that's right. Jadi yang diselenggarakan itu adalah peluncuran resminya, an official launch-nya. Nah, karena hanya satu kata, jadi kita bisa menuliskan launch-nya saja. Oke. Okay, good. And number 5. The Bronze Age something featured the boat and other objects. The Bronze Age something featured the boat and other objects. Karena 2012 ada 3 ya teman-teman in paragraph 9 and 10. Nah, jadi kita harus menentukan terlebih dahulu ada di paragraf yang mana. Apakah 9 atau 10 ada di 2012 yang mana. Okay, featured the boat and other objects. Featured ini berarti menampilkan. Menampilkan perahunya dan juga objek-objek lainnya. Oke, apakah di paragraf 9? No ya, karena paragraf 9 di sini tertulis a small team begin. Jadi small team beginnya itu di tahun 2012. Okay, and how about the second? In 2012, however, the whole ship was the center of the work. Bukan ya, di sini menjelaskan center of the work-nya itu adalah apa. Paragraph 10. Um, Meanwhile, the exhibition was being prepared ready for opening in July 2012. Ya, ini lebih tepat ya everyone. Nah, jadi ini kata kunci pertamanya ada 2012. Lalu eh lalu kata kunci lainnya di sini ada other objects everyone. Other objects di sini diparafraskan dengan kata. Oke, kita lakukan scanning teman-teman untuk mencari kata other objects lainnya. Di sini ada objects. Oke, ya. So, kita bisa membaca keseluruhan kalimat yang ada di paragraf 10 ya, everyone. Meanwhile, the exhibition was being prepared ready for opening in July 2012 at the Castle Museum in Ballon-sur-Mer. Entitled Beyond the Horizon, Societies of the Channel and North Sea 3000 and 500 years ago, it brought together for the first time a remarkable collection of Bronze Age objects, including many new discoveries for commercial archaeology and some of the great treasure of the past. Nah, enough. Ini adalah restatement dari other objects, including many new discoveries and so on. Nah, berarti teman-teman, back to question number 5. The Bronze Age something featured the boat and other objects. The Bronze Age apa yang menampilkan boat dan juga objek-objek lainnya? Based on the information of the passage here. Nah, jadi di sini. Okay, so everybody, what is the answer? Jadi jawabannya adalah exhibition ya, karena menampilkan. Exhibition kan pameran. Jadi pamerannya itu diselenggarakan untuk menampilkan Bronze Age, untuk menampilkan boat dan juga objek-objek lainnya. So the answer is exhibition. Okay, exhibition. Oh, this one. Next, everybody. Sekarang kita lanjutkan ke bentuk pertanyaan yang kedua. Di sini true, false, not given questions. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the text? In the box 6 to 9 on your answer sheet, write true if the statement agrees with the information. False if the statement contradicts the information, not given if there is no information on this. Oke, ingat ya, true itu apa, false itu apa, not given itu apa. Di sini ada 4 pertanyaan and we need apa ya? We need more effort to everyone to analyze. Oke, karena kita harus super teliti. Kita mulai dari nomor 6. Archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Yes, so here everyone, archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Nah, di paragraf keberapa nih, teman-teman? Ini kita kembali lagi ke paragraf satu ya. Jadi, setiap kita berganti jenis soal, kita akan kembali ke paragraf satu. Nah, di sini dikatakan archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Apakah ada di paragraf 2? Here, archaeologists damage on purpose. Um, this one realize its true nature. Ya, di sini archaeologistsnya realize about the true nature. Um, this paragraph doesn't talk about the boat that damage on purpose. Berarti boatnya itu dirusak dengan sengaja. Okay, so note in this paragraph, everyone. Ya, silakan teman-teman bisa melanjutkan scanningnya. Ada nggak informasi di dalam teksnya yang menginformasikan bahwa boatnya itu dirusak dengan sengaja? Okay, look at the fourth paragraph, teman-teman. Bisa dilihat di paragraf keempat. Oke, kita bisa menemukan informasinya di paragraf keempat. Di sini dikatakan, the boat was not a wreck, but had been deliberately discarded, dismantled, and broken. Berarti diinformasikan bahwa boatnya itu dirusak itu karena memang dengan sengaja, karena perahunya itu dengan sengaja dihancurkan, dibongkar seperti itu sampai akhirnya menjadi rusak seperti itu. Nah, berarti teman-teman, informasi yang ada di nomor 6, soal nomor 6, archaeologists realized that the boat had been damaged on purpose. Is it true, false, or not given? Maka jawabannya karena informasinya ada damage on purpose, maka kita bisa menuliskan true as the answer. Okay? Now, number 7. Initially, only the technological aspects of the boat were examined. Initially, only the technological aspects of the boat were examined. Yes. Silakan teman-teman, tadi kita sudah menemukan jawabannya di paragraf keempat. Berarti kita bisa meneruskan informasinya ke paragraf selanjutnya. Kita mulai dari paragraf 5. Silakan. Um, jadi, only technological aspect of the boat. Adakah informasinya, teman-teman? Nah, di sini di paragraf kelima ada technological perspective. Oke. Selanjutnya, teman-teman, sebelumnya di kalimat sebelumnya di sini ada naturally focus on its cultural context. Gitu. Nah, di dalam soal dikatakan di sini initially. Nah, initially ini memiliki it has a very close meaning to naturally. Gitu. Jadi initially, naturally itu memiliki makna yang mirip ya, teman-teman. Nah, berarti kita bisa menemukan jawabannya di sini, teman-teman. Nah, with hindsight, it was significant that the boat was found and studied by mainstream archaeologists who naturally focused on its cultural context. Jadi fokusnya itu ke cultural context, bukan ke technological context. Berarti jawaban for number 7, is it true, false, or not given, everybody? Ya, the answer is false ya. It's false. Karena bukan technological aspect, tetapi cultural aspect atau cultural context. Now number 8. Archaeologists went back to the site to try and find the missing northern archaeologists went back to the site to try and find the missing northern. Okay, number 8. Went back to the site. Tadi sampai paragraf 5. Kita lanjutkan, teman-teman. Still in paragraph 5. Apakah ada informasinya di paragraf 5, teman-teman? Silahkan, apakah ada? No? Oke. Tidak ada ya di sini. Kita lanjutkan ke paragraf 6. Adakah di sini informasi di mana para apa tadi ya? Sorry, sorry, I forgot. Archaeologists went back to the site to try and find the missing Nodon. Oke, paragraf 5 nggak ada ya teman-teman. Ya, kita lihat ke paragraf 6. Nah, di sini everyone di paragraf 6 tertulis returning. Returning ini memiliki makna yang sama dengan went back. To Dover, Dover di sini memiliki Dover ini adalah restatement dari to the site. Lalu to search ini memiliki makna yang sama dengan find. Okay, so it's Snowden. Nah, berarti kita bisa membaca dari kata the possibility sampai dengan environment. The possibility of returning to Dover to search for a boat's unexcavated northern end was explored, but practical and financial difficulties were insurmountable, and there was no guarantee that the timers had survived the previous decade in the changed environment. Nah, di sini teman-teman, dari kata the possibility sampai dengan explored, di sini dinyatakan bahwa statement yang ada di soal itu sesuai. Namun ada kata but di sini teman-teman. Nah, kata but itu mengindikasikan bahwa ada pernyataan yang kontra di sini. Jadi ketika di dalam passage-nya atau di dalam kalimatnya yang sudah kita scanning, teman-teman, terdapat kata but, berarti jawabannya sudah pasti itu adalah false. Ya, karena but itu menunjukkan sesuatu yang kontra. Itu artinya jawaban untuk soal nomor 8 ini adalah false. Oke. Next, sekarang kita ke number 9 everyone. Evidence found in 2004. Nah, 2004 berarti tadi ada di paragraph 7 ya. Evidence found in 2007 suggests that the Bronze Age boat had been used for trade. Oke, kita langsung ke paragraf 8. Benarkah the Bronze Age boat itu digunakan for trade? Here everyone, 2004. Oh sorry, paragraph 7. 2004. Is there any information about the Bronze Age boat that used for trade? Nggak ada ya teman-teman. Di sini nggak ada satu kata pun yang memiliki makna yang sama atau dekat dengan kata trade. Ya, jadi nggak ada informasi di mana Bronze Age boat itu digunakan untuk berdagang. Nah, karena nggak ada informasinya, maka jawaban untuk nomor 9 sudah pasti adalah not given. Ya, so that's it everybody for the second type of questions in passage 1. Now we will move to the next questions. It is short answer questions. Questions 10 to 13. Answer the questions below. Choose no more than 3 words and or a number from the text for each answer. Write your answers in boxes 10 to 13 on your answer sheet. Here, we need to remember that the answer must be no more than 3 words and or a number. Jadi tidak boleh lebih dari 3 kata dan 1 angka. Oke, kita mulai dari soal nomor 10. 10 diawali dengan kata how, diikuti dengan far. How far? Berapa jarak? Berarti jawabannya itu jawabannya berupa jarak. Oke. Lalu nomor 11 what natural material? Berarti nama bahan alam. Oke. Nomor 12, what aspects? Berarti nama aspek. Lalu 13, which two factors? Berarti akan ada dua faktor yang kita tuliskan. Now number 10, back to number 10. How far under the ground was the boat found? Under the ground was the boat found. Oke, kita kembali lagi ke paragraf 1, everybody. Nah, di paragraf keberapa yang membicarakan tentang ini? How far under the ground was the boat found? Kita mulai dari paragraf 1. Apakah ada teman-teman yang reverse ke jarak di sini? Nggak ada ya? Tidak ada, berarti bisa kita skip. Nomor 2, apakah ada yang reverse to something relate to the word far? Ada ya, teman-teman? Ya, ada. Jadi ada di dalam soal kan ada kata under. Under the ground. Under the ground ini diparafraskan dengan kata at the best, div sharp, lalu ada below. Oke. Okay? Was found, was revealed. A boat, wooden structure. Berarti semua kata kuncinya ada di bagian ini dan jawabannya itu dalam bentuk eh, jawabannya itu dalam jarak. Nah, di sini yang relate to that adalah this one. Berarti jawabannya sudah pasti 6 meters. Oke. Okay? So, number one you can write like this. Boleh juga like this. Atau meters seperti ini in American or in British, it's okay everyone. Oke, okay. Boleh juga seperti ini. Oke, okay. Now number 11. Number 11, what natural material had been secured to the boat to prevent water entering? Number 11. Silakan teman-teman. Natural material. Kita mulai dari paragraf 2. Kita cari natural material, berarti kosakata yang berkaitan dengan bahan-bahan alam, bahan-bahan yang bisa kita temukan di alam. Okay, is it in paragraph 3 everyone? Adakah? Ya, ada ya teman-teman. Okay, this one had been the seams had been made watertight. Nah, this one ini adalah paraphrase dari kata-kata yang ada di soal. Dan ada bahan alam di sini. The seams had been made watertight by pads of moss, fixed by wedges and used stitches. Nah, jadi jawabannya adalah ini. Okay, we can write moss karena intinya adalah di kata mossnya ya teman-teman. Jadi you can write moss like this atau boleh juga pads of moss like this. Alright. Now number 12. Sekarang kita ke nomor 12, teman-teman. What aspects of the boat was the focus of 2012 reconstruction? 2012 ada di paragraf 9 dan 10. Nah, di sini intinya adalah yang menjadi fokus dari reconstruction yang ada di tahun 2012. Paragraf 9 atau 10. Oke. Okay. Focus, center of the work. Nah, apa yang menjadi fokusnya di sini everybody? In 2012, however, the hull shape was at the center of the work. Some modern power tools were used to carve the oak planks before turning to prehistoric tools for finishing. Jadi apa yang menjadi center of the work here? Yang menjadi center of the work adalah the whole shape. Nah, jadi this is the answer. The whole shape. Karena di sini kita boleh menuliskan tiga kata, teman-teman boleh menuliskan seperti ini, pakai artikel the, atau boleh juga whole shape-nya saja tanpa artikel the. Oke? Now number 13. Sekarang kita ke nomor 13. Which two factors influenced the decision not to make a full-scale reconstruction of the boat? Two factors yang mempengaruhi keputusan untuk nggak membuat skala penuh. Jadi tidak membuat skala penuhnya. Nah, berarti apa nih teman-teman? Skala penuh. Nah, jadi di sini decision, decided, have, oh ini typo ya di sini teman-teman. Tapi di modul ini benar. Oke. Okay? Nah, jadi we can find the answer here, everyone. Was decided because of two reasons. Jadi ada dua alasan di sini dan alasan yang pertama adalah cost dan yang kedua adalah time. Jadi jawabannya adalah cost and time. It's cost and time. Jangan menuliskan N dengan simbol N ya teman-teman. Jadi N-nya harus dituliskan dalam kata. Alright. Yes, so everybody, that's for the first passage. And now let's move to reading passage 2. The title is The Changing Role of Airports. Okay. There is a heading here. Airports continue to diversify their role in an effort to generate income. Are business meeting facilities the next step? Nigel Halpern and Graham and Rob Davidson investigate. Okay, so there are several paragraphs here. Ada 8 paragraf. Kita mulai dari question 14 to 18. The text has 8 paragraphs A to H. Which paragraph contains the following information? Write the correct letter A to H in boxes 14 to 18 on your answer sheet. You may use any letter more than once. 14. Look at 14, everybody. Evidence that a significant number of airports provide meeting facilities. Oke. Di paragraf keberapa yang menyatakan ada evidence, bukti-bukti, significant number of airport provide meeting facilities. Ada significant number of airport, berarti sejumlah bandara, bukti ya, bukti ada sejumlah bandara yang menyediakan business meeting facilities. Significant number. Berarti kita akan mencari teman-teman di sini di paragraf yang ada numbernya dan ada meeting facilities. Oke. Apakah benar di paragraf I? Ya, jadi teman-teman cara scanningnya di sini kan ada significant number dan ada meeting facilities. Jadi untuk paragraf yang nggak ada significant number, yang nggak ada numbernya dan tidak ada kata meeting facilities itu bisa langsung di skip. Seperti di paragraf A nggak ada number, jadi langsung skip. Paragraf B nggak ada number, langsung skip. Paragraf C ada number tapi year, tahun, langsung skip. Karena di sini bukan tahun yang dibicarakan. Number yang dibicarakan itu adalah jumlah bandara. Berarti C skip. D nggak ada angka juga, langsung skip. Nah di paragraf I di sini ada banyak angka. Oke, lalu meeting facilities di sini juga ada. Ada angka, ada meeting facilities. Nah, di sini teman-teman informasinya ada di paragraf I. Okay. This one. In total, there were responses from staff at 154 airports, and 68% of these answer yes to the questions. Thus, does your airport own and have meeting facilities available for hire? Jadi jawabannya ada di paragraf I. Good, benar sekali. Oke, 15. 15, teman-teman. A statement berarti sebuah pernyataan regarding the fact that no further developments are possible in some areas of airport trade. Jadi, fakta bahwa no further developments are possible yang memungkinkan in some areas of airport trade. Some areas of airport trade. Kita kembali ke paragraf A karena matching information itu random ya. Jawabannya bisa kita temukan secara random di dalam passage. Oke, apakah ada di paragraf A, teman-teman? For question number 15. Nah, jadi di dalam soal kan dikatakan, wait. Di dalam soal di sini dikatakan some areas of airport trade. Nah, jadi akan disebutkan beberapa area airport trade. Apakah ada di paragraf A, everyone? Tidak ya. Paragraf A di sini tidak menyebutkan area atau wilayah yang dijadikan yang dijadikan sebagai tempat bisnis atau trade area in the airport. Apakah in paragraph B, everyone? Ya, di paragraf B di sini disebutkan ada beberapa area atau wilayah yang dijadikan sebagai trade area. Oke. Dan pertanyaannya adalah no further developments. Oke, apakah ada di paragraf B, everyone? Ya, jadi eh kita lihat di sini some of the more obvious solution to growing commercial revenue such as extending the merchandising space or expanding the variety of shopping opportunities have already been tried to their limit at many airports. A more radical solution is to find new sources of commercial revenue within the terminal, and this has been explored by many airports over the last decade or so. As a result, many terminals are now much more than just shopping malls and offer an area of entertainment, leisure, and beauty and wellness facilities. At this stage of facilities provision, the airport also has the possibility of talking on the role of the final destination rather than merely a facilitator of access. Ya, jadi eh di sini teman-teman di paragraf B dinyatakan ya, dinyatakan there are several areas a statement regarding the fact that no further developments are possible in some areas of airport trade. Nah, jadi di sepanjang paragraf B di sini dijelaskan everyone. As a result, at this stage of facilities, as a result, many terminals are now much more than just shopping malls and over an array of entertainment, leisure, beauty, and so on. At this stage of facilities provision, the airport has also the possibility of talking on the role of the final destination rather than merely a facilitator of access. Ya, jadi di kalimat terakhir di sini dijelaskan. Okay, so the answer for number 15, we can find the information in paragraph B. Now, number 16. Reference to the low level of income that meeting facilities produce for airports. Reference, low level of income that meeting facilities produce for airports. So everybody, in which paragraph that talk about income, low level of income, and also meeting facilities. Paragraph A ada pembicaraan tentang income, revenues, tetapi tidak ada meeting facilities, so we can skip it. Paragraph B ada revenues, but still there is no information about meeting facilities. Paragraph C, everyone, no information about income. Tidak ada ya kata income atau revenue here or salary here. Tidak ada, so we can skip it. Paragraph D, is there any information about income? No ya. Tidak ada kata income atau revenue or so on. Paragraph E. Income, di sini ada income, everyone. Ada income, ada meeting facilities, and is there any information about low level of income? Tidak ada ya. In paragraph F, in paragraph F, everyone. Nah, di sini dijelaskan. The finding shows that the meeting facilities provided the majority of respondents tend to serve local versus non-local or foreign needs. 63% of respondents estimated that over, oh, sorry. Oh, bukan teman-teman, sorry. Di sini membicarakan tentang users. It talks about users. Okay, so let's back to the next paragraph, everyone. Paragraph F ini tentang users, bukan income. Paragraph F, nah ini revenue. Okay, only 1%. We can read from paragraph G. The survey asked respondents with meeting facilities to estimate how much revenue their airport earned from its meeting facilities during the last financial year. Average revenue per airport was just 12,959 meaning facilities are effectively a known aeronautical source of airport revenue. Only 1% of respondents generated more than 20% non-aeronautical revenue from their meeting facilities. None generated more than 40%. Jadi tidak ada satupun yang bisa menghasilkan lebih dari 40%. Dan hanya ada 1% yang bisa eh menghasilkan lebih dari 20%. Berarti ini menunjukkan low level of income. Berarti number 16 ini bisa kita temukan jawabannya di paragraf G. Okay, now number 17. Sekarang kita ke number 17, everybody. Mentioned of the impact of budget airlines on airport income. Menyebutkan dampak dari budget airlines on airport income. Ya, so everybody number 17. Bisa kita temukan jawabannya di paragraf keberapa, teman-teman? Oke, kita mulai lagi dari paragraf A ya, Kak. Oh, sorry, kita ingat lagi. The impact of budget airlines on airport income. Okay, is it in paragraph A, everybody? Menyebutkan dampak budget airline. Okay, the impact of budget airlines on airport income. Paragraf A membicarakan tentang income. Nah, di kalimat-kalimat selanjutnya di sini menjelaskan tentang impact-nya, tentang dampaknya. Dan di sini dampaknya subsequently declined slightly. Seperti itu. Nah, jadi kita baca dari kalimat pertama. In recent times, developing commercial revenues has become more challenging for airports due to a combination of factors such as increased competition from internet shopping, restrictions on certain sales such as tobacco, and new security procedures that have had an impact on the dwell time of passengers. Moreover, the global economic downturn has caused a reduction in passengers' number. Jadi pengurangan penumpang, while those that are traveling generally have less money to spend. This has meant that the share subsequently declined slightly. Jadi pemasukannya otomatis mengalami penurunan. Berarti untuk soal nomor 17 ini bisa kita temukan jawabannya di paragraf A. Okay. Now, everyone, number 18. Examples of airport premises that might be used for business purposes. Examples of airport premises used for business purposes. Nah, berarti nama-nama lokasi di bandara yang digunakan untuk tujuan bisnis. Oke, kita kembali ke paragraf A, teman-teman. Nah, ini tadi jawaban untuk paragraf A. Oke, apakah informasinya bisa kita temukan di paragraf A, lokasi-lokasi bandara? Tidak ada ya. Paragraf B, no ya. Ya, di sini paragraf C. Ya, is there any information in paragraph C, everyone? Might be used for business purposes. Ya, kita bisa melihat di sini, teman-teman. This includes offering business centers. Nah, jadi ada pernyataan business centers uh, that supply support services, meeting or conference room, and other space for special events. Nah, berarti jawabannya bisa kita temukan di paragraf C. Okay, so the answer is C. Yes, so everybody, kalau sampai nomor 20 tanggung ya. Ya, jadi sepertinya untuk malam hari ini pembahasan kita eh sampai nomor 18. Berarti besok kita akan memulai diskusi kita dari nomor 19 sampai nomor 40. Okay? So, I think that's it for our discussion in this evening, everybody. Okay. Sampai dengan nomor 18, teman-teman. eh sudah dilihat berapa benar dan salahnya? Ya, silakan lihat eh, tabel konversi nilainya, teman-teman. Dan saya sudah share itu juga di Google Classroom. Oke. Ya, baik. Kalau begitu, I think that's it for our discussion in this evening. Ini saya stop recordingnya terlebih dahulu.